In this video, I'll be helping you with the ALEKS problem type called simplifying a ratio of polynomials, problem type 2. Our expression here has both a numerator and a denominator, and in order to simplify, I want to factor both of those to see if any of the factors will cancel. Starting in the numerator, I have a quadratic here, v squared minus 6v plus 5. I can try to factor that by trial and error, or the AC method, but since the numbers are friendly, trial and error tells me that the first part, v squared, would mean that this must be a v and a v, and then the factors of 5 are only 1 and 5, and since that's my only option here, the question is, what would the signs be so that when multiplying, I get a positive, but whenever I add, I get a negative 6. This would be the situation where I have a negative 1 and a negative 5. Those multiply to be positive 5, but add to negative 6. We have factored the numerator. And now in the denominator, my first step here, I only have 2 terms, but I see a common factor of 2. So I would want to start by factoring out that 2. Factoring the 2 out of the 50 would give me a 25. A 2 out of the negative 2v squared would just be minus v squared. So I have factored out the common factor, but now I can see that inside here, this is the difference of 2 squares. So I can factor further. The 2 will still be on the outside, but inside those parentheses, 25 minus v squared is a 5 squared minus a v squared. And as the difference of 2 squares, this would factor into a 5 minus v and a 5 plus v. At this stage, everything is fully factored. I'm looking for any factors that would cancel, and I can see that these are similar, but one is a v minus 5 and the other is a 5 minus v. So they will cancel, but in order to see how that affects the signs, I'll take one of these and factor out a negative 1. So if I were to factor out a negative 1 out of this top, this would then become, instead of v minus 5, the 5 would be positive and the v would be negative. From here, these factors are exactly the same. I can cancel. I need to make sure that I don't lose that negative that came out as a result. So here I only have one negative factor in the numerator and a positive in the denominator. I can move that negative out in front of the fraction, leaving the factor v minus 1 in the numerator, and then 2 times 5 plus v in the denominator. With nothing else to cancel, this is our simplified expression.